Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Bible Illustrated Hands. I have decided for a bit of a change in scenery, considering that my study, I hate that word, is so echoey, So we will try to see how this goes, how does the sound in this episode, and if it sounds well, I might retain this, studio, and if it doesn't, I'll return to the previous room. Today's question comes from Thomas. He posted this question to me on twitter.hell. He asked me essentially how do I deal with atheists on Twitter and YouTube, and that is to be more precise, how do I deal with atheist trolls? And he noted that he has issues with his martyr complex hyping up due to being exposed to said trolls. You know what, Thomas? There is this great tweet from Tyler, the creator. I believe that is his Twitter handle, because I have no idea how to edit videos. I would have put it up right now, but I can't. He's basically saying, how is cyberbullying even a thing? Just walk away, close your eyes, log off. So yeah, that is definitely a martyr complex, because none of us are winning any points with the Lord because somebody said something bad to us on the internet. If you end up in a gulag or are executed by an atheist, like so many Christians were during the 20th century, yeah, you do receive martyr's crown, but on the internet, don't get your hopes up. The Holy Fathers teach that we shouldn't exchange our peace of mind and soul for anything. And if these kind of debates cause you that kind of spiritual anguish and stress, I would suggest that you would refrain from them until you get more settled into experiencing that sort of issues when encountering trolldom. And this is universal advice for everyone who's experiencing trolls. Some of us have thick skin, some of us have thinner skin. I have a fairly thin skin, and that is why I do try to abstain from debates in general. Sometimes I do like to indulge, like some sort of mental junk food. But again, we're all different, we all have different talents. Some of us are simply not up for debates, some of us like the talent and gift of God from them, and that is fine. There is something always better that you could do. One of the major reasons I myself abstain from debates, besides the fact that I'm not really all that interested in them, is the fact that I do think that I have better ways of using my talents for the Lord, whether it is illustrating, making videos, and in the end we can always pray. Now, that is not that we should not spread the gospel, but again, debates are not the sole ways one can do that, even though it is a great way to do it, and there is a reason why apologetics is such an important, field in theology. Now, as far as my exposure to atheist trolls, I must say I haven't really encountered a lot of those, believe it or not, especially not on Twitter. The only time I had a sort of an onslaught of trolls was ironically from the Church of Satan. And yes, I know that generally they do not worship Satan, and that yes, they are atheists. However, I do not consider them not to worship Satan, even though they claim such, because after all, as a Christian, I do believe that Satan is a real being, and that even them role-playing worship of Satan is actual homage to Satan himself. So I would make that line of demarcation between atheists who role-play worship with Satan and actual atheists who are like, no, there is absolutely nothing supernatural, and I'm not going to indulge in it. Now, that does not mean that I do not have my fair share of atheists on my channels. These tend to be confrontational, and you might call them trolls. I wouldn't, because they do watch the videos, they do respond to them, but they do it in such a tone that I do not believe that actually engaging with them will get us anywhere. So out of respect for their time, for my time, I simply tend to ignore such comments. That is because, you know, when somebody is agitated, they're not going to listen to you, and that is fine. You know, I do not plan to listen to atheist arguments, so what's even the point of such an exchange with them? That does not mean that all questions by atheists are insincere, but they do tend to get incensed by something that I say. Recently, relatively, I have put a video here on the channel called How to Convert an Atheist, and because it had atheist in the title, a lot of atheists saw the video, and recently I have received a lot of comments on that video, and I do feel that a lot of atheists have simply missed out on what that video meant. They clearly thought that the video means if you watch this video, you will get converted, and surprise, they weren't, because that wasn't the goal of the video. The goal of the video was a religious person telling another religious person what is the best way to convert an atheist in religious terms. You know, that was basically me giving somebody advice. It wasn't, the purpose of that video wasn't actual conversion of people who watched the video. So yeah, that is one of those things. On my main channel, Bible Illustrated, yes, this is a secondary channel for all of you who might be watching new, and a lot of you are probably atheists, because yes, this will also have atheist in the title, and you will come from algorithm somewhere. I do have a couple of videos where I did actually become a troll. You can actually watch the video here on Bible Illustrated Hands called My Essential Thoughts, where I go into more detail into this troll of mine. But on my main channel, Bible Illustrated, I had my video, My Thoughts on Atheism. And of course, I got a lot of comments from atheists themselves in the comment section. And I actually got 2 video responses by atheists. One was very nice, very cordial, to the point, through the points, and I respect it a lot. And to quote the intro animation to one of my favorite games ever, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, Archibald, however, was not so good. So that second video response that I got did not come from, you know, cordial place. Okay, that is fine. I did not lose my head over it. However, I did get a lot of giggles out of it, because I actually made a troll video in order to prompt another video from that creator, and it worked like a charm. I don't want to say that I feel guilty about it, because it still brings a smile to my face, so maybe I could have done it better as a Christian, but as a Christian I fail at being a Christian a lot. Which is an everyday experience of every Christian ever, so it's all in the starter bundle. So yeah, that is my advice for you. Of course, I suggest you talk to your priest about it, because maybe he will have better advice than me, because after all, he knows you, or should know you, and that's it. You know, as I always say, pray for them. That is always best for everyone. And over time, you might, you know, learn how to keep your cool at the snide remarks regarding you, your faith, the Lord, the saints, whatever, and then you can actually engage with them, and who knows, maybe convince them that maybe this God isn't so bad after all. Yeah. Okay, bye.